Alright, seriously, I can't always put something funny at the beginning of one of my videos. If you're seeing this, it's because I didn't screw anything up, or I didn't screw it up funny enough to be able to put at the beginning. Hey everyone, this is James, and the channel is Respect the Drink. Today I have something brand new. This just hit the market recently. This is Shiner Golden Ale. And when I say it just hit recently, I mean I literally bought it the day it hit the market here in Oklahoma. And that was maybe 3 or 4 days ago, something like that. So this is brand new. Obviously first brewed in 2017. This is from the Spoetzl Brewing Company in Shiner, Texas. This is their newest beer that they have on the market. As far as the presentation goes, this thing is a lot like the other Shiners where it has the information on the back, which I will read to you now. Pure liquid gold. In 1909, the Shiner Brewing Association drilled a well on the land where Spoetzl Brewing now sits. 55 feet down, they hit the mother lode. Cool, clean, limestone filtered water that we still use today. Dry hopped with mosaic hops, our golden ale has a unique tropical aroma and a flavor that's balanced by the sweetness from the malt. It's a delightful, easy drinking brew with a crisp, clean finish. Some might say it's as good as, well, you know. It's as good as gold, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so as far as the presentation goes, just like everything that Shiner has, I like the bottles. I love the bottles. If you collect bottles, you need to collect every single one of Shiner's because they always look so cool. And one of the things that I like about this is it's got a lot of these little details here on the side that are like these little clip arts of like the outline of the state of Texas, a shovel, a pickaxe, a minecart that's filled with beer, the S from the logo, a drop of oil, stars, a crown. So there's a lot of really cool stuff here on the side. And then the front where it just says Enjoy Shiner Golden Ale. Simple, but really, really cool looking. So as far as the presentation goes of the bottle, it's excellent, just like everything else Shiner has. Now, we need to get into the actual look of the beer. And yes, I'm aware that it's a twist-off cap, okay? If you don't know why I'm using a bottle opener, go watch previous episodes, okay? That's how I see how I feel about the freaking twist-off caps. Okay. Anyways, so this is Shiner Golden Ale right here. Okay, it pours a pretty decent head. Lots of bubbles there. Lots of effervescent bubbles coming up. So it's pretty carbonated. The head is good. Fairly dense. Um, Not too clingy to the side of the bottle. That's okay. As far as the smell goes, it does smell tropical. It does have kind of a tropical fruity smell to it. Whatever hops are there, I'm not really picking it up in the smell really at all. Okay, it looks kind of like a pale lager, which is for a golden ale or American blonde ale, depending on who's classifying it. I mean, they're practically the same thing, but they usually do look a lot like the light lagers. And this one's no different. It's got that really light. It's funny when you say things like pale ale to people who aren't really familiar with beer styles, is that this is kind of what they always have in mind as far as the look of the beer. And as we've seen in previous episodes, of course, pales are actually, as far as the ales go, are actually a little bit darker than what some people who are not familiar with it would expect. They think that it's going to look something like this, which looks more like a pale lager. But as far as American Blonde Ale goes, it looks like this. So we're good there. And the smell is good. So the next is the taste. It definitely gets a bite from the hop. I didn't smell any hops in it, but it's definitely there on the taste. There's definitely some hops there. This thing came in at, what was it, 22 IBUs. So it's not too bitter, really. It's just the hop is there. This really tastes a lot like Shiner Premium, which was their first beer from 1909, or first brewed in 1909. I'm sure that the recipe's changed a little bit since 1909, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. This reminds me a lot of that, just with a little bit more of a hop characteristic to it, as you would expect from an ale. Yeah, it really does. It reminds me a lot of Shiner Premium. This is like an ale version of Shiner Premium. Yeah, I have no other way to describe it. So yeah, mouth feels good, taste is good, it looks good. Pretty much everything about this beer is good. I mean, it's good beer right here. I enjoy it a lot. So we'll go to the notes real quick, and as I said, this thing just hit the market uh, here recently, just over the last few weeks. It's been available here, and it is, as I said, a golden ale as far as untapped is concerned. That's how they classify it. Beer Advocate classifies it as an American blonde ale. Same thing. Beer Advocate has no score. The Bros has no score. Rate Beer doesn't even have a page. Beer Advocate rating, there's no ratings for it yet. There's no ratings from Rate Beer. This thing is fucking brand new, okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you. This thing literally isn't even on any of the websites. Untapped does have it, and Untapped has a 3.55 out of 5 based on 105 ratings. That's not a lot for Untapped. Untapped gets a tremendous amount of ratings due to the fact that it's a cell phone app as well as a website. So this thing's really new. First brewed 2017, hit the market here in Oklahoma in at the beginning of March. So basically, I don't have a whole lot to go off of on these notes. I can tell you that the Spoetzl Brewing Company began with Cosmos Spoetzl, who he'd traveled around the world for a long time. He was in Egypt for a while, and his travels were all about beer. He was a very passionate guy. He ended up settling in Shiner, Texas, and buying out the local brewery in 1909. That was in what was it? What did they describe it as? A tin shed? Yeah, that was a tin shed in 1909. It's grown a little bit since then. I'll throw in a picture of what it looks like today. But today, and he was their first brewmaster. Today, their brewmaster is Jimmy Marek. He became the brewmaster in 2005 after having been there for 30 some odd years. I think he said 36 was how long he had been there, and he started when he was 17. He's their brewmaster today. So that's a little bit of history on Shiner, uh, or Spoetzl Brewing Company. It's one of my favorite breweries. They come up with a lot of really interesting things, so it's another one of those that I want to do a brewery highlight, so I don't want to get too far into the history, but because I didn't have a whole lot to go off on the beer, because of the lack of ratings, a little bit of history there for you as far as the Shiner brands go. Now, a final analysis of this brand new beer that just hit the market. It's good. This is a really good beer. It's light, it's good, it's nice. The mouthfeel is light on it. It doesn't weigh you down at all. This would be a great thing to drink at a baseball game or a barbecue. It really has a summer feel to it. So yeah, go check it out. This is a good beer. As always, taste the drink and respect the drink.